Well, hello again. It's midday here in the UK, and I believe that is 11 a.m. UTC. And for anyone in Australia, it's bedtime. Or whatever. I'm not sure really what time it is there. Let me just check the audio is okay. It is excellent, great. So just say hello to a few people to Defuk. Good evening, morning, or person of many names here. Hello there. Quality glass of red on the go and ready for the daily download. Okay, I have got something I can show you actually, so I'll do that in a moment. Might I add perfect timing for the ice stream. Quadzilla just throwing a green background on the 1 hour. Excellent. We'll have a look at that in a moment. Nick K is saying hi, and Aki saying hi, and Firewatch. Hello, mate. Hi. Okay, so I was going to do this with Maff, but Maff is busy because yeah, he's got a funny neighbor anyway. He's got to do some stuff to sort a problem out anyway. So good luck to Maff with that. Probably not just a brilliant coder, he's probably a very good negotiator as well. Now, Maff has left me a video to show you guys. Let's just have a quick look at this this chart here. So this is a Bitcoin USD using Bybit as a data source. You can see here these levels are marked here. These white ones are weekly sort of points of interest, if you like, and the purple ones, or there's not many there actually, but the purple magenta, if you like, those ones are ones from the monthly time frame. Excuse me. So yeah, levels like that one there and stuff. So what we're at the moment, just put it on the 5 minute for a second. What we're at the moment is we're kind of well, it's interesting really, because that weekly level is what we actually came down to on Friday. Well, it is on Bybit anyway. I know every exchange is a little bit different, but that's just how it is really. But yeah, now are we bouncing? Well, my friend in Australia said we can see a 1 hour background with Quadzilla. Oh yeah, okay. That is pretty cool. Okay, so the green background here, let me just make that bigger so I can see what we're looking at. So, didn't mean to do that. So for anybody who is unfamiliar with this indicator, it's called Quadzilla. We have developed it here. Unfortunately, it's not free. However, it is pretty cheap actually, and I think for the value it gives, it is very reasonable. If you want to check it out, go to savewithcrypto.org/QZ. The link is in the description below this live stream as well. Now, Quadzilla is brilliant. It's based on stuff that looks at the trend. It uses EMAs for that, and it's also based on stuff that uses momentum, and it uses various not quadratics, uses various stochastic indicators. It uses like 4 of them in a certain ratio to create this kind of like convergence band, as we call it here. Now, what we always look for here is when it squishes up and goes really thin, especially when it's above this like 80% line here or below this 20% line here. And what we've actually found in particular is when you get this kind of like space here. So you can see here that it came down here and there was a space there below that 20% line. And I think that was the crash on Friday. So you pretty much knew when that happened, the price was going to go back up. Now, what has just happened now, actually, to be honest, it wasn't quite like Friday. It's more like it's been a gradual sort of, downtrend overnight sort of thing. But it does look like this convergence band is probably starting to squeeze up and maybe turn back up. Now you get this green background condition when I can't remember exactly now. I think it's when you've got 2 or more of the stochastics pointing upwards. In fact, I think Math's done such a brilliant job on the notes in this. If you go to the settings of the indicator, and what we're looking for there, yeah, okay. So what it says here, the background changes color to indicate a bearish or bullish change in momentum. At least this number of stochastics, 1 to 4, so that's currently set on 3, must be above or below, overbought or oversold, and curving inwards for the color to change. Okay, the lower this number, the more false alerts you get. 3 is what it is out of the box. Hang on, just check. Let me just check a comment. So Dafok is saying live stream. Okay, right. We have the 6-minute time frame giving green and super up 12-minute time frame is green. 1 hour green. Loading up my long here. Okay, we'll take a look at that in a moment. But yeah, so you get the idea here is that when you've got these stochastics within the convergence band, when you've got them sloping upwards, that means you're probably near a bottom. Now, obviously, this depends on the time frame, because in the 1 minute time frame you're going to see lots and lots of this, lots of like overbought, oversold, all that. On the 1 hour it's a pretty big deal. On the 4 hour, a very big deal. So what we're looking at here is pretty cool, actually. And it does appear that we probably are going back up. Now, Quadzilla also drew in this level here, and we knew about that yesterday. We talked about that in the live stream yesterday. And generally what happens with Quadzilla, with these retracement lines, is the price does come down. It does not overshoot, I suppose undershoot it. It does undershoot the level and then come back up. And that is actually the third step of what we call basically what happens with Quadzilla. It's basically the first step is going from where the retracement appears, then you go up. Second is when you come back down to the retracement line, undershoot or overshoot if it's the other way around, and then when you come back to that retracement line, that is the third step complete. And if you want to see the stats for these things, you can always go to settings here and then go to, where is it now? It's there. Okay, count the number of completed retracements, and the actual statistics are absolutely phenomenal. So you can see here, for a bullish thing like this, there's been 292 of these since the 1st of January 2023, and 271 have completed step 2, and step 3 has been 266 complete. That's a 91.1% success rate. So the indicator is just mega reliable. And really the only kind of like way it gets slightly iffy is thinking like, is this a small pullback, or is this a small change, or are we looking at something like really big and macro? But generally you have an idea that, say, for the moment, like I think the 1 hour time frame is quite a reasonable thing to look at. I had also drawn in these other levels below. So we got this one here at 108, which we've been talking about for a while. I do think at some time we will come down there, and also this one here, that's like just over, well, 100.9. Those are both weekly levels that we will probably hit at some point, but it doesn't have to be just yet. So there's that. Let's have a quick look at what Dafuk was saying. So I'm just saying your name like that, just to avoid any demonetization or whatever it is. I don't know. So you're saying on the 12-minute, 12-minute, we've got a super up. Okay, that isn't there at the moment on this particular chart, but the super up is a little arrow that appears like that one there, and that normally gives a pretty strong signal that we're going to go up. This one back here, that actually doesn't look enormous, but that was probably it's a few $100 that one was. So there's that. And let's have a look at the 6-minute. Don't think I've got, oh yeah, I've got a 7-minute. Will that do? Let's have a look. 7 minutes going up nice. Let's look at the 5-minute. Oh yeah. So we got a 5-minute super up there. Let me just show you that more bigly. That one there. Now, if you want to know what the super up is, we can look at that. So the super up, right? Super up and down colors. And it says here, the super up or down signal is displayed when all 4 stochastics are in extreme, oversold, or overbought. So that is actually 10% and 90%. So that's really extreme. And all 4 are curving round, and the trend shield isn't being displayed. This is quite a big deal, actually, because that actually means that is a complete sort of reversal of like everything. The trend shield it talks about is it's these little arrows here, this little like red arrows. Now what that means, that is a kind of contra indication, if you like. That means that at that point everything is looking like the price should reverse, but hang on a minute, because the price is still going down. And in a way that just means, you know, when you've seen the super up like that, hang on for a bit, because I'm not totally sure that it's finished dumping yet, you know. So you see that, and it does change intensity as well. It goes from like dark red to sort of light red, and you see once that has stopped, you'll see that if you look at the price, that was when it went up there, you see. So hopefully, you know, that's what we'll see here. In fact, we are seeing that now, aren't we? So that's looking all right. Now let me see if I can play this video for you. Let me just have a quick look how to do that. I think I can do that just by uploading a video. Hang on. Yeah, I can. That's good.
I was just looking at this that I posted into the TradingView channel on our Discord just now. I thought I'd do a quick video just to chat about it a bit. There's actually a petrol-powered leaf blower being wielded by someone just outside at the moment. It's very loud. It's doing my head in. I hope the noise isn't coming across on this. You'll just hear my reaction to it, I think. Looking at these 3 time frames, you've got the 12 minute, the 1 hour and the 9 hour. There was a bit of discussion in the Discord as well about this level here, this retracement level at 111.398-ish, call it 111.3. When the price is up here, I think we were, actually what time is that? Yeah, 8 PM yesterday, UK time. I think a lot of us were kind of looking at this and thinking that's a bit ominous down there, but can't see it happening. Price isn't just going to come down all that way. Things are looking so bullish. But then sure enough, overnight in the UK, came straight down. Just missed that. Is just by about, is that much? 0.18, maybe call it 2%, 0.2%. That might be what we get. So that's kind of fulfilled its purpose in that sense. It told us the price is going to come down, and sure enough. But there might be signs that this still isn't done yet, and the price is going to drop below it. Because it's a bullish retracement, that would mean that the price has already done the up bit, you can see from this wick. So it did the kind of the up, and then it's doing the down. This will enter, then enter its step 3 of the 3 steps, which is the up. So you get the up, down, up. So that could well still happen. Even this is looking a little bit, it's shaping up into a bit of a bearish pattern, in the sense that it reacts up and then suggests it might actually zigzag down again. But we'll see. There's no volume there on the VRVP. That's kind of interesting. Mine is just on the 1 hour. So there is volume over in that direction to the left. So long ago on here, it's just not showing up on this. However, on the 9 hour, we can see that there's a bit of order volume below. On the 12 minutes, that still has this bullish retracement level at 110.9. That could well be the level that this drops to. We should put it about there-ish. Kind of seems about right, really. In fact, what I could do is if I put in the, does it show up in here? Alright, let's go to this one. So order blocks and whatnots. In fact, yeah, this makes it kind of interesting. So there's a order block just here, which is showing up, and it's kind of just above that retracement level, and also slightly below it. Kind of ties in a bit with this, that 110.9 level. So in other words, there are open orders that are still waiting to be filled down at this level. If that happens, then, well, I think it's going to happen. It's already kind of dipped down into that, slurped up a few of those, bit of the liquidity, reacted up again, bullish orders as well, so that's why it's kind of coming up like that. That could well just, having done that, now that it's eaten its fill of long orders, it's just going to come back down below. Once it's got through those, it'll kind of drop down a bit more. Hopefully then we won't see just a big plummet down. We'll actually just kind of see it, done its thing there and then back up. So yeah, I was going to head over to this, to the 9 hour. So if I hope this works. Close. So move that to the 9 hour, and let's get rid of these. That's where I was crowing about how amazing the signals were on the 1 hour for Quadzilla. I mean, to be fair, they actually were amazing. I was quite pleased with those. Yeah, here on the 9 hour, there's this still bearish retracement level at 104.6. So you can see from the line thickness, there's a thin line, so that's already in its step 3, which means that it's just kind of waiting for the final down. So if I maybe do that, we can see where that came from. Perfect. Oh, that's good. Yeah, so it's this one. So we had the down, and then down. That's looking quite likely to play out, to be fair, because there's all of this order volume just there. And my God, that thing's getting loud outside. I think he's doing it deliberately. I think he's just hovering outside my window here, just revving the engine on his little motor. Now, to be fair, he's tidying up. I can't complain. So, I nudged the screen randomly, and we've still got that. Thing is, when the price is up here, and thinking like, oh yeah, we've got these retracement levels down here. That there's one at 108. They kept showing up on the other time frames. I think we were all generally sort of thinking like, oh well, that's not going to come down there yet. It just didn't seem very likely at all, implausible even. Of course it did. A lot of us were pointing out 108 as a very significant level, that was going to be remet before things head on up, and sure enough, that's kind of what seems to be in progress. What am I trying to say? I think, yeah, this one at 94.6, it seems very implausible that we would come down to that level before heading on up. I don't know if there's going to be time for another, unless it just does another mega wick down to touch that, or that could be just filled back on the way down when we head into the bear market, which is probably not all that far away now. Anyway, yeah, sorry, I'm rambling a bit. So this one, 104.6, nearly got down to that. That could have been the bottom of the spike down, but the tariff crash, I guess. That's still in play though. I think it's just given up drawing because of the settings. So yeah, that could well carry on and hit that. We could well see. I really hope we don't, because that'd be a lower low. It's just something to keep in mind.
Okay, let's just add me back to the stage. Hang on. Right. Okay, so yeah, that was Maff's video from this morning. If you were in the Discord, you would have seen that anyway. If you're not in the Discord, go to savewithcrypto.org/Discord. All the links for this stuff is in the description down below. Mr. Delta's here. Hello, mate. How you doing? You're late. Well, don't be next time. Actually, I've got to go in a minute because I go out Tuesday lunchtimes, and I normally go at about 12, but because Maff couldn't make it today, I thought I'd shoot along and just do half an hour to keep you guys happy and to keep the Google algorithm happy, because I am trying to get some traction going with this channel. I really want to make the channel really big, and I want to do that before the bull market ends. So yeah, so anyway, so here we are. Cyprian saying, hello, do you have any trade on ETH? I actually have, let me just have a look. I'm not going to show you it, but because it's on a different computer. I did actually enter at 8, no. I did enter 3990. Let's just have a look at Ethereum. I might have not got the best entry there. Now, why did I do that? I'm guessing I did that because of probably. Why did I do that? Oh, why didn't I? Oh God, you know what I was doing? I was looking at the 12-minute, I reckon. No, I wasn't. Right, why did I enter that? I have no idea why. I know it's this one here, isn't it? Right. So yeah, so what I was looking at there, I was looking at the 12-minute time frame. Possibly I should have also been looking at the 1 hour time frame and been looking down there at 3813, but I'm not sure, to be honest. That is a bit low, isn't it? Anyway, but everything looks pretty similar, I would say. Let's just go back to Bitcoin for the moment. Bitcoin here, okay. And we're now back to above the price that we were at with the retracement. Okay, so that is the, this this retracement complete now. So the way this works, by the way, what happens is this is one of the faster retracements. You can tell these because they've got the cyan arrowhead there. Okay, so cyan arrowhead appears, and then that appears at that point there. So we would have been up there by then. So in a way, step one is complete, because that always happens, because that appears when it's gone up anyway. So step one is always complete. Step two is when it returns back down here. So that happened at 7 o'clock this morning, UK time. And the third step has now completed because it went down, and now it's going back up. So the indicator just works, doesn't it? Now, what you might have noticed here is we have got a bearish retracement here at 113018. Okay. So what might happen here is we might struggle at that level. And yeah, but we'll have to wait and see. I suspect what should happen, you know, if it does the proper Quadzilla retracement, is because that's a bearish one. Okay, it will go up to that level, it will overshoot slightly, it will come back, and then it will go back and complete the step three. Okay, so that might happen. That, of course, could be more severe. And probably a better thing to do is to look at it on a larger time frame, maybe, and see if that gives us any more clues. Let's have a look at the 2 hour. Two hours not bad, actually. 2 hours not really showing anything scary at all. I'm guessing the 4 hour isn't either. Okay, so that might be just a, you know, like a little regular kind of pullback, and then we possibly go higher. That could all happen. Let's just have a look. So Cyprian's looking for 3824 on ETH. Let's have a look at that again. 3824. So I'm guessing if you're on the 1 hour time frame, 382. Yeah, that's that one down there, isn't it? Yeah, I think that is possibly a good entry. Not financial advice, of course, but that's certainly what Quadzilla is telling us there. But what will happen if it does come down there? It will probably dip below, go back to where it was, and then go above. Just like what it did on the 1 hour time frame for Bitcoin. Okay. And the thing is about, you know, setting entries and stuff like that is it's almost, you know, the more unlikely it is to fail, the better the entry is going to be, isn't it? And, you know, sometimes you have to decide if you want to take lots of trades, or if you want to look for the really juicy ones. You know, in my experience, the better thing to do is to look for the really juicy ones. But if you're addicted to trading like I am, it's a bit difficult to, you know, not grab at every opportunity you see. But overall, that does mean, you know, you're not always in such good trades. You know, like I think at some point there will be a much bigger pullback on Bitcoin, and that will be like the really juicy one. But meanwhile, I can't resist just trying to make a little bit here and there. So yeah, so I would say, you know, look out for this level here at 113. Might get a little bit of a pullback then. And if you're long now, maybe what you could do is take a little bit of profit there. If it pulls back a little bit, fire it back in and go back up. Does it look bearish overall? I wouldn't say so. I think we're still bullish. I think we're good. But I wouldn't rule out lower levels at all. All right. Okay. I'm going to have to go very, very, very soon. Let me just go down to a lower time frame. Let's go down to like the 1 minute or something. See what we can see here. It does look like we turned around, doesn't it? For now, anyway. Now, the weird thing about this was normally when you get these dumps, like what we had this morning, for me, being in the UK, I normally wake up to devastation, because it's normally been at like 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning, right in the middle of the Asian session, when the price has dumped massively. Now that didn't quite happen this morning. It happened actually within the London session, which is a bit unusual, and it means now we're in a sort of strange situation, and only like 2 hours from the New York session starting. So today might be different. I have to say that. Anyway, I'm going to have to go, but yeah, just having a quick look at the comments here. So Dafuk saying works on everything, Ducky. Okay, oh, yeah. Ducky, yeah. Used to, yeah, where I'm from in England, which is like the Midlands, everyone used to call each other Duck. All right, Duck. And yeah, very strange thing. Why would somebody call somebody a duck anyway? But yeah. Oh, I see. Sorry. Sorry. Talk to this duck person here. Sorry. Count Duck Egg. That's a good name. Does Quadzilla work on Forex Save? Yeah, it does. Have I got time to show you? Let's have a look. Let's have a look at what should we have a look at? Let's have a look at Euro USD. And let's look at that on the 1 hour time frame. I must admit, I don't really look at Forex very much. So, yeah, does it work? Oh my God, does it work? Yeah, right. So look at this one here, right? So here, right, 4th of September, we got a green retracement line here, right? And from there, the price went up 2.28%, which I guess is quite a big deal in Forex world. And all this time, you kind of knew that it would retrace to this line here. Now, did it retrace there? Not quite. Okay, but you might have thought it did. But it didn't quite do it, did it? So then you're thinking, okay, well, it came back there, didn't retrace, so it's probably never coming back there ever again. And my God, it did. 20 days later? Let's measure it. So from there to there is 20 days, yeah. So 20 days later, it comes back to that level there. Then at the moment, actually, just before I go there, just look here, we had this one here. So on the 22nd of September, we knew that we got this bullish retracement here, came back and retraced beautifully. This one here went up, came back, retraced beautifully. And then we've got all these ones open here. So at this point here, it's probably going to come up. Turn off my magnet. At this point, God, I've really got to go, At this point, it's probably going to go up there, pull back a little bit, and get to that green one there, at which point that'll probably go up a lot more. Hit that red one, pull back a bit. Hit the next red one, pull back a bit. You can almost see what it's going to do. I'm going to leave that there just in case. I'm going to, can I save that? I suppose I can I? I'm going to leave that and see if that's actually what it does. I have no experience of Forex at all. I don't know about the Euro USD pair at all. But yeah, that's what happens there. Oh, so yeah, so that's what the duckness was about, all about. Right. You've also got a duck on the QR code. Oh, I have actually. It is StreamYard. Why has StreamYard got a duck? I have no idea actually. Anyway, right. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna have to say goodbye to you guys. Sorry about that. Oh, Curry, you've just made it, and I've just got to go. Normally these live streams are going to be longer, but Tuesdays I have to go and do stuff. Maff can't make it today. He was going to cover for me a little bit and finish off the show, but for now I'm going to have to go. I'll see you all in the Discord, savewithcrypto.org/Discord, and I've got to go. Thanks for everyone for coming along. Please do give the video not the video, please give the live stream a big fat like and make sure you are subscribed and all that, and check out Quadzilla. All right, take care, everyone. Bye. Hang on, let me just get rid of that thing. That QR code in the corner, by the way, that should get you to the Quadzilla page. If it doesn't, it will get you to the Discord page. Otherwise, all the links are in the thingy down below. All right, I've got to go. Sorry about that. All right, take care.